Hello, I am so glad you can join me today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today's video, guys, is a little bit different. Instead of making regular food for just us adults, I'm going to be making baby food. Yes, baby food. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because I'm babysitting. For those of you who are new to this channel, I'm a grandmother. And I'm going to be babysitting all this week because my daughter just got married a couple weeks ago, and today she left for her honeymoon. She's away on her honeymoon. So I am babysitting my beautiful grandson and her dog. So what I'm going to do, what I plan on doing this week is just making him his own food. So instead of buying food for him, you know, those little jars of food, I prefer to cook my own food for my baby. So what I'm going to do today is I'm making some applesauce. So for those of you who may be grandmothers and taking care of your babies, or those of you who have a newborn baby and want to make something for your baby, I'm going to show you how to make some applesauce for your baby. These are things that I made for my kids when they were little. So now I'm going to show you how you can make some applesauce for your baby. Now here I have a bunch of apples. These are not my preferred apples, but I asked my daughter to get me some apples, and these are what she got. So these are what I'm going to use, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is wash your apples very good. Now normally if I'm home, I'll just soak my apples in some vinegar because that's good to clean stuff. But of course I'm not home, I don't have vinegar. So I am going to wash these another way. You know, sometimes the apple have that kind of greasy stuff on it. I'm sorry. I just take a little bit of soap, just a little bit in my hand, and I'm just going to go over my apples like this real quick just to get some of that off. And then I'm going to clean my apples before we get started, because I'm going to cut the apples with the skin on, because that's where all the nutrients are in the skin. So you want to make sure that you clean them first. Don't go cutting your apples. If you can get organic apples, much better. I would have preferred organic apples, but these are the ones that I got. So these are the ones I'm going to use right now. So I'm just going to make sure this is some water I have in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these now under the pipe, rinse them off and wash them off really good, and then I'm going to cut them up, okay? We're making applesauce, guys. Okay, so let me put these in a sink here. If you do like what I just did and put a little bit of soap, it was just a little bit of soap I put on, not a lot, just very barely. So just make sure you wash it off very good. You don't want any chemicals or anything in apples. You just want to make sure your apples is nice and clean. Okay, guys, and wash it very good. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so I think that's good. Let me get some paper towels. Get some paper towel and my cutting board, and now we're gonna start to cut up our apples. To get started, I have a cutting board right here. I have my apple right here. I'm just gonna dry and just make sure, just in case there's anything on it, you know, that you may have missed, to get it all off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my apple and I'm just going to cut it down. Cut the core off. And then sometimes you get a little piece, and I'm keeping the skin on, guys. I'm not cutting the skin off. As I said, that's where the nutrients are. And I'm going to cut my apples. And you're going to try to cut them all about the same size so that they'll all cook at the same time, okay? So that's what you're gonna do. And this piece, I think, got a little piece in the center. And this is it, guys. And I have over here a little saucepan that I'm gonna put these apples in, because that's where I'm gonna be cooking them. If you can make applesauce, you can make your own baby food, and I'm gonna show you a few things this week since I'm gonna be here. The Camden is gonna be, I'm gonna bring Camden on a little bit later, but he's taking a nap right now, so I'm kind of taking advantage of that. I think his teeth is starting to come down. He's a little bit cranky. So I'm gonna wait till after his nap. Oops, I'm dropping stuff. And then I'll bring him so that y'all can see Camden. And of course he has to taste the applesauce and let you know how it tastes. But right now he's napping. But I just wanted to say to you, if you are a mother taking care of your baby, these are things that you can do, because it's very simple and it's very easy. You can make some applesauce and you could make enough. You can freeze it. You can put some in the freezer for when you're ready to use it again. For him, you just let it come, just take it out and let it come to room temperature and give him. Because guys, listen, I work with kids every day, and I see some kids that's hyper, cannot sit still. They're jumping all over the place, and I look at them, and you know, you're saying, sit down, come back here, don't do that. But you got to realize that the little body, they have no control, some of them, over the movements and so on in their little bodies. And that's because they're not given any kind of fruits or vegetables. I look at some of their lunches. Some of their lunches consist of cookies and crackers and nothing nutritious, no fruits, no vegetables, nothing of that sort in the lunches. And then you wonder why the kids can't sit still in school. And then the parents end up giving the kids medication, taking them to the doctor. They're too hyper, they can't sit, they can't do their work. So the doctor end up putting them on medication, when all they need to do is, all you need to do as a parent is to change their diet. Most of the time. I'm not saying this is for every kid, but I'm saying most of the time, just change their diet. For some of the things that they eat, there's no nutritional value in there. None. You know, and so on. So take care of your kids, guys. When your kids get to a certain age, they don't want to eat fruits, they don't want to eat vegetables. That's because they're not used to it. They're not used to the fruits and the vegetables. So when you give it to them, they prefer potato chips or, you know, those little sweet crackers and, you know, all that stuff. Take care of your kids. When you introduce this kind of stuff to your kids at an early age, they'll grow up and the system is used to it, because this is what they're used to eating. So you wouldn't have a problem with them eating this kind of food. Okay? That's it. That's my little spiel for the day. Our apples are all nice and cut up. So what I'm going to do is put some water to this. Okay. I put just enough water that comes right to the top. You don't want to go over the top, just right to the top, and that's good enough. Here I have some cinnamon. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of cinnamon, but as I said, I'm not home, so I don't know where a lot of my daughter's stuff is. I can't find the measuring spoon to measure the teaspoon for you. So I'm just going to average a teaspoon in here. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to sprinkle. That's a little more than a teaspoon. That's about a tablespoon. This is about a tablespoon of cinnamon that I just put in here. So I'm just going to mix it up in here, just to give it a little bit of flavor. And this is all I'm adding to it. Now, if you were making applesauce for an adult, you know, or older child, you would add sugar to this. We're not going to add sugar to this. I'm just going to add some cinnamon, and that's it. So I'm going to put these on to boil until they're soft. And when they're soft, all I'm going to do is blend it together, okay? So let me put this on and boil it, and then I'll be back as soon as the apples are all cooked. Okay guys, so this is the apples right here. They're cooked. So now I am going to put them in the blender and blend it. So they are, let me just show you, the fork goes right through them. They're nice and soft. So now I'm gonna blend it up and we're gonna make some applesauce. Okay guys, so now I have the apples here and I have my blender. So what I'll do is I'll take the apples and put it in here. I'm gonna also use some of this water to blend the apples with, guys. You can also steam these apples as well too if you don't want to boil it in water. You can also steam it. You have choices. Okay, there's some more left over here, but I'll do that. I'm not gonna put too much in at once. So I'm gonna pour a little bit of the water in here. A little of the water to blend it. I'm going to put the rest of it in. I'm going to put the rest of the apples in. Oops. I'm dropping stuff. We get all of it in there. Good, I have it all. And guys, and you see this little juice, this little water in here? This will not go to waste. I'm gonna add some sugar to that, and I'm gonna put that in the refrigerator, and that is gonna be a drink for me. So let me just go ahead and finish this up. So let's see what we have here. Ooh, we have some applesauce, guys. Let me show you. Yes, some nice applesauce. Cinnamon applesauce for the baby. I'm gonna pour it in this bowl so you can see. Just rinse it up, got a little bit of water in it. And guys, that's applesauce that you can make and give to any baby, okay? So when Camden get up, right now this is hot, this is good because he's napping. When he wakes up, I am going to put some of this in his bowl and I'm going to feed it to him, and he's going to be our taste tester today. So we're just waiting for him to wake up from his nap, and I will be back so he can taste his applesauce for you. Okay guys, look who's here. He is up from his nap and he's feeling a lot better. I'm telling you, a little nap does a lot of work. It goes a long way. He's in a better mood. Camden, say hello. People are always asking for Camden, how Camden is doing. Camden is looking at the applesauce. He's looking at it, but Grand's going to give you some in a few minutes. Okay guys, so I am going to feed Camden some applesauce, and I'm going to let you see if he like it or not. You're going to be my taste tester today, okay? But I'm going to put him in his high chair where I can feed him, and we'll see if he likes this applesauce. Guys, and here I have some small containers, because this is more like a little dessert. I have some small containers which I have to label. And I'm going to put applesauce in these that I can put in the freezer. So whenever I'm ready, I can just take one down, let it come to room temperature, and feed it to him. So right now we're going to have a little bit. Are you ready, Camden? Are you ready? Oh, I think he's ready. Let's go. Okay guys, so this is my taste tester here. We have our applesauce. He's anxious to eat, but I want to put a little bib on him so he don't dirty up his pretty clothes today. Oh, all right, okay. Let me put this, no, okay. Oh my goodness. It says act like a baby. Think like a boss. That's what the shirt says. Okay, let's see. You eating ooh. You like it, huh? Yes. Grand's applesauce. She made it specially for you, Cammy. Because she wants you to eat healthy. That's right. You like it, I see. Guys, there's no sugar in here. All that is in here is a little cinnamon. Just apples and cinnamon. That's all it is. Camden is 9 months old. And this is how you make your applesauce. I will show you some other things that you can make for your baby if you have a baby. So you can save a lot of money. Just go buy a bag of apples, come back, clean them, and make yourself some applesauce for your baby. Put a little cinnamon inside of it. Cinnamon is also good for you. And don't put anything else inside of it. If you have an older child, they may want a little bit of sugar. That's okay. You can add a little bit of sugar when they're older, over a year old. But at this stage, they do not need any sugar, okay? Because the apples, of course, have its own natural sugar, and that's enough for babies. Guys, you saw how much I had in here, right? Look at this. He ate this whole bowl. Hey, you want it to last a little bit? Is your tummy full now? I'm sure your tummy is full because you ate a lot. This was a lot in here. Okay, finish it up. Oh my goodness, he ate this whole thing. You ate this whole thing, Camden. Okay guys, so you see, my Cammy just ate that whole bowl of applesauce. This tummy right here is full. Is that tummy full? Is it full? It's full. The only thing he needs now is a bottle of milk a little bit later, not right now. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. I just wanted you to see, if you're a mother, have a newborn baby, I just want you to see how you can make some things at home. So during the week, I'll make some other things because I'm going to be here with him for the whole week. So I'll show you some other things that you can make at home. I'm so glad that you guys were able to join me. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. And thumbs up, everybody. Give me a thumbs up. If you're watching right now, just go ahead and thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you can make some applesauce for your baby as well. Not just the baby. If you have older kids, make it for the older kids as well, because usually with dessert, for dessert after they finish eating, give them a bowl of applesauce. I had fun making this, and I hope you have fun making some for your family as well.